Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hey everybody,
Bobby Hernandez.
and Johnny Mercado.
Today we're going to title, very, very unique title, Getting Old Sucks.
Yesterday, if you guys haven't seen it, Dave comes in and does a Facebook Live post, and he has the bright idea to have a bunch of middle-aged guys race in front of the building. And Johnny got up there. I made it about a quarter of the way and pulled up with a sore hamstring. So he's on the IL for 60 days. We won't be able to start. We're gonna have to bring in some guys from the practice squad.
Yeah, it's not good. I'm in pain, so not good. I need to realize, dude, I'm 39 years old. Not a spring chicken no more. That's
Not
it.
a string chick. I got socks that are 39 years old.
I'm sorry you're wearing socks at 39 years old, cheapo. Jesus. But anyways, boys and girls, registration is open 2 weeks from today until the Mobile Expo, September 25th at the Sturbridge Host and Conference Center from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to have a bunch of trainings going on, including a very, very special training that I think a lot of salespeople should take. And even if you're not in sales, you're an installer, but maybe down the road planning on going into sales, Sandler Peak Sales Performance, why salespeople fail and what you can do about it. Bobby, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, if you're a business owner, you guys want to bring all of your installers, because some installers sometimes come up and have to do sales. All of your salespeople, 100%. I think the business owner themselves, because in a lot of our companies, our business owner also is their best salesman.
Correct.
Come down. Take this training. I've interviewed the folks from Sandler Peak Sales Performance. Their program, if you were to go to visit them, their program, if they're at a seminar for one day, could run you like $500 to attend. They're going to do 2 trainings, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. The seating is limited, right? Because the Sturbridge House has a university-style classroom, and once that's full, that's what we can fit. I think it can hold between 80 and 100 people. So, guys, make sure that you're registering now and you're signing up for that class. It is value for every small business. They've worked with us very closely. Doug Rawati will be doing the training. If you guys haven't, when you go to expo.gofst.com, there's a video at the bottom of the registration form. Doug and the owner of the Sandler Peak Sales Performance Company, they do a quick 2-3 minute video, kind of giving you an outline of what they're going to talk about. They've worked with us closely and worked with me closely. They're tailoring it to our business model.
Correct.
So, guys, this is not going to be a sit there and he's going to do a PowerPoint and PowerPoint you to death. It's going to be interactive. He's going to grab people from the audience and go through some training. So, guys, get all of your people to that training. It's going to be worth your investment.
So, guys, a little bit more about the expo. So you guys know, obviously, we're going back to the Sturbridge Host Conference Center. They've updated it. It looks great. Now, there are 2 entranceway, and if you go to, let's say, where the hotel entranceway is, you're going to walk in through there and just stay to the right and just keep going straight, and you'll reach the section where the expo is going to be at. You do have to sign in, so that's why I'm telling guys to get there early, 8:30, so that when you walk in, and if you go to second entranceway, which is the right one where the show is, you take a right, and automatically to the right you'll see the entranceway booth. Make sure you go there, you sign up, you log in, and you get to your classes immediately because seating is very, very limited. We're gonna have a ton of prizes.
We're going to start talking about the grand prizes, Johnny?
Well, let's go back to the trainings. So we're going to have trainings going on throughout the whole day, all right? We're also going to have special giveaways throughout the day, so make sure you hear out for your name. We will have a booth set up so you collect your prizes and you sign up and all that good stuff. Make sure you visit every single booth. Every single booth. And the reason I'm saying is you have to download an app called Event Z, Z-E-E. A lot of you guys have it already on your phones. You've used it in the past with all our shows. You're going to use MX24 for the code to get logged in. So make sure Event ZEE is the app name. It's going to ask you for a code. It's going to be MX24 for Mobile Expo 24. You fill out all the questionnaires. Now, the day of the show, that's going to become live. And all the booths are going to have QR codes that you're going to scan in order to get into the grand prizes. Make sure you visit all the booths. Ask questions. Don't come try scanning. What I don't get about a lot of customers is you go to the booths, you scan, and you keep walking. No. The whole object of expo and the whole object of you coming to an expo is for education, to talk to the manufacturers, to really understand the product line on why brand A is different than brand B, why their brand does things different than the other brand, vice versa. You get to speak to some of the biggest names in the industry, from Sony, Kenwood, Alpine, JVC. All the manufacturer reps are going to be there. You get First Tech is going to be there. Directed's going to be there. Crime Stopper. You got big names that you get to talk to. You don't really get to see the reps, because that's what I keep hearing, is that reps are not out there to talk to, but you get to see this all under one roof. So to me, going to an expo is humongous, you know what I mean? So make sure you download that app, Event ZEE, code MX24. If you have not registered, make sure you go to expo.gofst.com and hit register. You do have to register everybody individually, so unfortunately it's not just 3 are going, put your name, and that's it, call it a day. Very easy, takes a few minutes to register. You have to register in order for us to get a head count for food.
Right, and to your point, Johnny, we use when they register individually, and we give away all the prizes besides the grand prizes, which we're going to reveal today. But so even the Chachi stuff, because a lot of the vendors will give us speakers or a remote start or lighting. If your name isn't on there and you're not registered, well, then it's hard for you to win, right? Because if everybody's under Johnny, then Johnny might win something, but you're not going to have a chance to win something. So register your name individually. Make sure that you register for the classes, because again, seating is going to be limited. But this way, you're going to have you'll just map out a full, complete day. You're going to be out of the shop. So let's make the best use of that time. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's make sure we get into some trainings, catch that Sandler peak performance sales training. Then to Johnny's point, First Tech is going to be there doing their training. It's starter season. We know here in the Northeast that's a big time of our year. Plus, we've got the holidays, right? The holidays are coming up. Each one of those vendors, we've spoken to all of our vendors, and the focus this year is going to be how to sell their products. So when you go in and you're scanning those QR codes for each one of those vendors, talk to them about their products, because they're going to give you insight on how to sell that product here for the holiday season, for the end of year type of season, for remote start season, all of that lighting season. They're going to help you with tidbits and insight on how to sell their products. So make sure you're talking to each and every one of those guys. Register for the classes. Once you've scanned all the badges and you've done your one-on-one with your Go Fast sales rep, you're eligible for the grand prizes. And Johnny, we've got some really great grand prizes this year.
Well, before you get to the grand prizes, I want to also talk about a little bit of my past and where I came from and why I am who I am today. I started in this business when I was 12 years old. Literally, box boy, did not have a clue about this business, this industry, what it entailed, what worked with what, nothing. I didn't know nothing. But the owner of when I first started, wanted me to expand myself, wanted me to grow, wanted me to learn, so he started going to events like these. We got local distributor shows. You've got USEMA. You've got Knowledge Fest. You've got CES. So many different, so many different shows in this industry. And he started taking me to these shows. And his point was taking me to these shows is to learn, to ask questions. I literally, every time I went to these shows, and you can see me now when I go to shows, I literally go to every single booth. I talk to everybody at that show. I shake hands, I ask questions, I really get, knowledge about their products and what makes their products different. That's what makes you a good salesperson. That's what makes you a person who's really trying to understand the product before, selling it in your retail stores. There's no point in me selling XYZ if I don't know anything about XYZ. You know what I mean? There's no reason for me to go with a fad brand and not really know anything about what makes that brand tick, what makes that brand really stand out. So my whole purpose of when I used to go to trainings, and I still do go to all these trainings, is I literally shake hands with everybody, whether I do them or not. It's the same with when I went to Knowledge Fest. I made a point to go to every booth at that show and shake hands and ask questions and really see and touch and feel the product, because knowledge is power. And I've been saying this over and over again on every Facebook Live, that education is humongous.
Absolutely.
So there's a reason why we put on these shows. There's a reason why we get such a big turnout. And I tell guys, my dealers and even dealers that aren't mine, when you come to these shows, come with a clear mind. Come with some questions. Ask about the product. Don't just go scanning badges and trying to win a prize. I get it. It's pretty cool to win a prize. But at the same time, knowledge is power, and that's what makes you guys as salespeople dangerous on the sales floor when you're talking to customers. Because you can close a sale like this and know about the product because you learned about it. So getting on to the grand prizes, remember, Event Z, you have to download. We're going to just shuffle around here, Bob.
Yeah, I know. You're all over the place. So, Jenny, you did make a really great point about living on purpose, right? Where if you're in this industry and you're not taking every advantage to make yourself better and not living on purpose because you're in this industry, if you don't like the industry, then there's a ton of things to do. You
get out of it.
Find something else. But if you're in this industry, get to those trainings. Get to the mobile expo. See all the vendors. Talk to them. Build relationships. Because to your point, you started out when you were 12 years old, just literally right out the womb. You were just start there working, picking rice in the rice fields. But you did it on purpose, right? You learned, you studied.
I wanted to learn.
Barely 100 years later, look at you. You're like everything. You're the top sales guy for a couple of years in a row. It doesn't happen overnight. It's these cumulative things. Go to training. Go to a mobile expo. Meet the vendors. Take a sales training class. These are all things that we're providing for you as customers of GoFast. Take advantage. Live on purpose. All right, that's I'm going to get off my soapbox.
And on top of that, you spend thousands of dollars to go to all these other trainings. Because I remember one year in CES, we probably spent $3,000 a person between meals, between flight, hotel, blah, blah, taxis, gambling. Yeah, well, that was Knowledge Fest, $4,000 in the whole. But that's a whole different subject. But anyways, you spend all this money. You're going to a local show that we're taking the expenses on our chin. We're literally spending. We're paying for all of it. There's not a single penny you have to pay for it except for you getting your butts to the show. And that's a little bit of gas, $20-$30 for some of you. It's come on down to the show, do a day of learning. Yes, it's closing up your shop. I fully understand that. But once again, it goes back to knowledge is power. There's a reason why me personally, I know a lot of information when it comes to products, whether it's my products or other brands' products. I made a point to learn about every brand. So that makes me dangerous. And that can make you dangerous because you'll start learning about other products and really talking about the pros and cons of every product. So this is what my point is. This is the reason why you go to trainings, to learn the pros and cons. But as per the grand prizes, remember, Event Z will get you there. We're going to do a $1,000 Fortin spending spree.
And Fortin just happens to be our brand of the week. So thank you to Fortin for sponsoring a $1,000 spending spree. It's remote start season. No better time than to win that $1,000 and kick off your remote start season with some of the products that Johnny's going to outline later from Fortin.
Correct. Then we're going to do a $1,500 GoFast spending spree, meaning you'll get $1,500 on your account and you could buy whatever you want.
Whatever you want from GoFast, you can get with your spending spree. That's when you think about it, right? If you're doubling your money, if you're a good businessman and you're doubling your money on every item you buy or you get, that's got to be a $3,000 in your business that you didn't have yesterday.
Correct. Then we're going to give away a 75-inch 4K TV. A lot of you guys love when we give those TVs away. Some lucky person's going to win it. free of charge, obviously, either pickup or shipping, whichever your choice is. I would prefer for you to pick it up so it doesn't get damaged.
For sure.
You know what I mean? We're going to give away a Blaupunk e-bike, which a lot of you guys liked. You know, these are all some of the prizes that I'm talking about. There's going to be many, many more prizes there. These are some of the grand prizes that we're going to give away. Blaupunk e-bike. And last but not least, a trip to 2 for SEMA, which is coming up, airfare, hotel, spending cash, and a photo opportunity in the Sony booth with Ryan Preece and the Ford Mustang Dark Horse that's going to be at SEMA.
Yeah, so for you guys have been following us, you know that that GoFast has a Dark Horse that they've purchased. Actually, Dave bought a Dark Horse, and he's having it wrapped and the Sony product installed by our friend over at Broken Silence.
Correct.
He's doing a show car for SEMA. It's going to be in the Sony booth at SEMA on Thursday. I believe it's 1 p.m. Ryan Preece will show up at the Sony booth for a photo opportunity. Our grand prize winner will be there to take that photo opportunity with the Dark Horse in the Sony booth at SEMA with Ryan Preece. Ryan Preece, number 41 in the NASCAR circuit. So awesome prize, great photo opportunity to promote your business and for fun. I mean,
just
we're
go to SEMA, dude. That's huge.
It's fun.
That's huge. See, if you guys haven't been to SEMA, it is like a big car show with vendors.
Tremendous.
It's a humongous car show. They got cars on the outside of the building. They got cars in the inside. They got cars on the roof. They got, dude, you name it, they have it. Motorcycles, side-by-side, slingshots. It's all there in one roof. And it's one of the biggest shows that I personally have been to that really, really gives you a ton of information like our expo. And, you know, you get to see a lot of unique stuff out there. Like they'll have some Jeep Gladiator 6-wheel one that's going to be there. You know, you can go on and on.
Bring comfortable shoes. That's what I can tell you. If you win, bring comfortable shoes because
and shorts.
Shorts, yeah, it's going to be...
it's Vegas.
It's Vegas. It'll be warm. Bring comfortable shoes, shorts. It's going to be a long day. It'll be probably near impossible for you to see everything unless you are booking it all 4 days. So, guys, this is an awesome grand prize. Make sure that you come to our GoFast Mobile Expo. Get the Eventsy app downloaded. Scan all the booths. Do your one-on-one with your sales rep. Make yourself eligible for the grand prize. You guys are not going to want to miss out on this one.
And speaking of the one-on-ones, call your sales rep. Book a time for your one-on-one. We're going to go over remote start programs. So make sure that you do the one-on-one with your sales rep. If you happen to not, catch a one-on-one with your sales rep, just at the show, sit them down. Hey, I want to go over to start a program with you. I'm very interested. They're saying, and don't quote me on this, Farmer's Almanac is saying that this is going to be a pretty bad winter due to La Nina coming into our area. I don't know, La Nina, El Nino, I don't know. Whatever the case is, we're owed a bad winter here in New England.
It's been a couple of years since we've had a tough winter, so certainly if you're in the remote start business, a cold winter is you're looking forward to it because it really turns the needle. It makes people jump in, come in, you get those remote starts. But you want to be prepared either way. It's going to get cold. It always does. There's always remote start business to be done in the Northeast in the winter. If it just so happens to be a super cold winter, it's just going to be that much bigger.
I hope so. I hope we get bombarded with snow. Snow and cold bring in a ton of remote starters. So this is kind of setting you up, our expo, to win in the winter time. You know what I mean? But also to win with not just remote starters, to win with LED lighting, which is huge because it gets darker earlier. Huge with heated seats. Huge with car audio. Believe it or not, we still sell a ton of car audio products in the wintertime.
Certainly, John. We're talking about the Mobile Expo here in September, but it's in literally 2 months from now. We're going to be thinking Black Friday. Mm-hmm. We're going to be thinking about holiday purchase gifts. This is when our guys and I know this as a sales manager, it's sometimes hard to keep our sales guys focused. They get scared. It's going to be remote start season. We're not going to sell audio. We literally do almost 40% of our business in Q4, right? So there's a lot of audio being done. Think of those boxes with the amplifier and the woofer built in, those packages that make a perfect gift to give somebody. So there's a ton of things to come to our mobile expo to get into, to understand, to see the deals. Also, like we mentioned that Johnny mentioned that we're covering all the fees. You're really coming in, and it's a free event. Don't forget to bring your wallet, because we're gonna have some deals at the Mobile Expo.
And it's gonna be cash and carry, right?
Yeah, you're gonna take it. We'll actually take your credit card. Most of you guys have cards on file. So don't worry. You don't have to. Oh, geez, I don't have many money. I didn't bring cash on me. You have an account with us. You have a card on file. We'll have all that information there. But we're gonna have some smoking deals that are only gonna be available to attendees. Not gonna be an email blast. You're not gonna be in the box stuffers. You're not gonna hear your sales rep calling you a week later to tell you about the deal. You got to be at the show, take advantage of it there, and that's it. It'll be like Fight Club.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about Fight Club, right?
No, but let me tell you about those deals. So seeing that we're at the Sturbridge Host, a lot of you guys, when you bought those deals, you unfortunately had to walk 1.5 miles to get to your car, to wheel the stuff out. Some of you bought some ridiculous amounts of deals. Like, I'm talking about, it filled the whole hand truck. It was just like insane. And you had to walk 1 mile to get to your car. Well, at the Sturbridge Host, your car's right there outside of the doors. So you literally can buy, bring the stuff outside, come back inside, buy some more, bring the stuff out. Regardless, you're going to be close to your vehicle that you can stop and put the stuff in the vehicle. And like Bobby said, there are going to be some really, really, really low deals on a lot of products. We've bought a lot of great deals to make sure that we have some good deals for you guys at the show. So make sure you take advantage of that. Come with your wallets. Like Bobby said, if you have a card on file, we'll charge the credit card, and we'll go from there. Next thing we want to talk about is limitless battery training. So it's September 17th, 2 times. And then there's September 18th.
Also 2 times.
So I don't remember exactly the time frames that they were on both of those dates. I do have it posted on our Facebook page and also on my personal Facebook page. I also share it to the MES family to make sure that you guys are informed, because it's open to everybody. You know, this is a training that you really want to join. If you don't understand limitless batteries and what their goal is, why they are the #1 selling Harley Davidson batteries or any power sports batteries in the industry, you will understand it with these trainings. They just came out with a new product line. It's the HDV3, which I'm going to do an unboxing of. So it literally, this battery weighs next to nothing, guys. You want me to open it?
You can.
All right, well, let's open it.
Guys, when we talk about training, and I'm always harping on your ways to make more money. If you guys are not in that Harley business, or if you are in the Harley business, get in there, get this training. Or did you open?
Dude, you give me like the most weakest pen to open up anything.
Get into that training.
I'm telling
you're going to earn. This will earn you money. Limitless lithium batteries. If you're already doing that in that Harley space, in that motorsport space, in that power sport space, it's the #1 battery. Like Johnny said, you're literally going to get just people asking you for those batteries. It's going to add money to your bottom line. You got to be in on this. Take that training. Make your sales guys take the training, and I guarantee your sales and batteries will jump.
So let me just, before I unbox
I
this,
love
look at the beauty box. Like, this box is really, really nice. So this is the limitless battery box to Harley Davidson. It really comes in a beautiful box.
John's all excited about the box.
I'm afraid, though.
He's like that kid at Christmas that just played with the box and left the toys alone.
I ate the crayons, too.
Oh, God.
So, hold on. Let me just... Limitless packages up real nice. So, all right.
It does make a nice presentation.
So, pretty much, this is the battery right here. It already comes with the plates on top, the mounting plates on top for Harleys, as you can see. It is very light, guys. This is a lithium battery. It does have over voltage protection, under voltage protection. It has thermal. As you can see, it is tiny. It fits in Harley Davidsons. Not only that, it also comes with the lithium battery charger. Now, you guys are asking, well, lithium batteries, you know, they've been problematic with charging in the industry, you know what I mean? Limitless have figured out ways to use the factory rectifier on Harleys to charge these batteries. So if you're riding your bike pretty much every day or every other day, whichever the case is, it will charge this battery no problem. Now, you store the bike for a week or whatever the case is. You want to make sure that you use their limitless lithium battery charging. Now, this thing's pretty cool because it does 3.5 amps, which you cannot charge at a high rate with lithium batteries, or else you'll kill them. You cannot go under 10 volts on a lithium battery, or else you will kill it. That's the reason why a lot of people go against lithium batteries, is because a lot of guys don't understand lithium batteries cannot die. You cannot have it die and think it's going to be like a normal AGM or acid battery. You're going to jump it and start it and it charges. No. Once the battery gets to an unsafe level because of lithium, it literally shuts itself off completely. It has a chip inside the battery that tells it, no. We're not gonna play this game. You're not gonna, we're gonna shut off at 10 volts and make sure that it stays shut off. So with the limitless battery charger, of the week.
The brand of the week is none other than our friendly neighbors to the north, the Fortin Electronics.
So if you guys aren't familiar with Fortin, I want to ask you, what rock do you live under? Because Fortin has been around for ages. They are known as the T-harness kings of the industry. If you do remote starters, you know Fortin has a T-harness probably for it anyways. They are the first to come out with Toyota harnesses, Chrysler. In fact, it goes way back before everybody started doing T-harnesses. Jim, who was the previous owner of Fortin, and Jason and myself, we ended up going to the Keys in Florida, and it was funny because we were having a meeting and we were talking about Fortin and we were talking about their bypass modules, and we made a statement. Well, Jason made a statement and he goes, well, wouldn't you think it would be cool if you came out with a T-harness for your Evo All that makes it plug and play and this, that, there. Jim responds back and says, well, funny thing you mentioned that. We are actually in development for the first Chrysler. It was CH1 and CH2 at the time. So it was push start and key start. They came out with that T-harnesses. People started using them more and more. Saw that the stuff was bulletproof because Fortin stuff is bulletproof. It is all QC tested. So they physically check every module before it ships out to us or to any individual out in the country. They legit do R&D in-house for each bypass module, each T-harnesses. Like I said, they have more T-harnesses than anybody in the industry. I think they're on like Toyota 18 and GM 15. That tells you how many T-harnesses they're adding onto their arsenal. They have Hondas, they have Kias, they have Toyotas, they have Lexus, they have Chryslers, Dodge, Jeeps, they have Subarus, they have Mercedes-Benz. They have a bunch of T-harnesses that they're working on every day, and they're validating every day as we speak. There's even cars that they have T-harnesses for that are not here in the States. Before the BMW 1 Series came out, they already had a T-harness that they were working on with BMW up there in Canada. When the Audi what was the one that is up there big that didn't burn over here, but I want to say it was like an A7L or S7L, something like that. It's an Audi that's not over here. It's only in Canada. They validated it and they had a T-harness for it. They are well known for their Volkswagen T-harnesses and their Audi T-harnesses as being price conscious, not being so expensive, and it working right out the box. They also have T-harnesses that other manufacturers require keys and they don't. So they have done a lot of homework to make sure that their products are really, really bulletproof. They have computer flashers, which is the FlashLink 4, which is the most common one that I sell. That is we call it the hockey puck, the red hockey puck. You hook it up to the computer and it flashes the modules for certain firmware. These are not true plug and play out of the box for the being that, you know, the Evo All and the Evo 1 can work on multiple vehicles. And there's a reason why you have to flash it, obviously. They also have a FlashLink mobile. So this connects the OBD2 connection of the vehicle, and it'll tell you, it'll do it via Bluetooth onto your cell phone, and then you'll hook up the module to this. So you're in the vehicle. Let's say you're an expediter. You do, on the road work. You hook it up to the OBD2 connection, and now you can flash your Fortin modules to the vehicle. Not only that, you can also do the key lock. You could also learn the coding, like if you're cloning the key onto the bypass modules. Fortin has something for everyone. Fortin's been around. I can tell you I've used Fortin exclusively. They're one of the few vendors, like I said, that QC test their products before it ships out. Reliability is superb. They make their own remote kits. They make now their own telematics with the starter that's in their field. So if you have not tried Fortin, try them. Evo 1, which is over here. So they have two, like I said, Evo All and Evo 1. Evo 1 is for customers that come back and says, hey, I want to do an alarm. And you've already installed this plug and play remote start in that vehicle. You just buy the shock and the siren from Fortin, and now you can turn the Evo 1 into alarm starter combo, which is huge. So you don't have to pull anything off. You just plug in, go into the settings, turn on alarm functions, and you're done. Literally minutes, and you can make X amount of dollars. I've seen guys charging an additional $150, $200 for something like that on a Fortin piece, and it takes you less than 5 minutes to do. So, guys, if you're not familiar with Fortin, get a hold of your sales rep. If you want to learn more about Fortin, go to Fortin, FORTIN.ca. It's not .com. Right. It's .ca because it is a Canadian company. And check them out. Like I said, they have I'm pretty sure if you guys are doing it, they have a T-harness for it. And if you want to add more, Bob.
Certainly. I spent about 2 years working in Montreal for Directed, and the engineering for the bypasses and all this firmware that is created, the engineering for Directed, Fortin, and iData is in Montreal. I love to call it the Jerusalem of remote start, right? Because all of them are in there and they're all working, and there's a reason for it. It gets cold up there. The folks over at Fortin have been in the business for so long, and I've spent some time with JP Raymond. JP Raymond is the rep who coincidentally will be giving a training at Mobile Expo, and it'll be selling Fortin in the retail environment. So you definitely want to catch that. But the point that I was going to make about Fortin is, they literally have offices inside some of the car dealerships, kind of like what you would expect an Expediter to have. And that's part of the reason why they are almost always first to market when it comes for a new vehicle that comes out, because they are literally living in those car dealerships, and they're taking that information that they gather when a car comes rolling in brand new. They're taking that information, they're creating a bypass, or creating firmware for one of their two items, right? Evo 1, Evo All, which is another cool thing about Fortin. Very slim modules, and no, but the inventory, right? You're not inventorying 37 modules. It's 2. And there's the T harnesses for the vehicles that you're working on, and some of the RF kits. So it's very, very streamlined to inventory. This stuff is bulletproof. So you certainly want to check out Fortin. You want to come to MX24 to check out the JP Raymond doing his sales training, and look at some of the. Oh, you got the remote. Take a look. Can you bring that up close?
So this is Fortin's one button. They look identical. Look how thin they are. They look identical to like an OEM feel. The push button feels really, really clean. And, this is a two-way, so they do make two-way technology. They do make one-way technology that looks identical. Look at that. Look at the size of that thing. So this will fit great on your keyring. Not only that, it is also, their two ways use what's called LoRa technology.
Right.
Anybody that's familiar with LoRa technology knows that it has to be instant. LoRa technology is mainly used on RC cars, RC planes. And you guys know, you're flying that RC plane, or you're taking that RC car going 100 miles an hour, which those RC cars are getting very, very quicker and quicker. You got to do a sudden turn, or else you're going to destroy the RC car or the plane. So with LoRa technology, as soon as you're hitting it, it's turning. You have to have that technology in RC cars in order to make it quick response. So Fortin has gone and used that same exact technology on all their two-way products. So literally, as you press it, it's searching for the vehicle, and it'll start instantly. The reason being they wanted that is it gives you further range.
Tremendous range.
Yeah, it gives you tremendous range. It is guaranteed 6,000, so that's a mile range. And it's because it's spectrum blasting out there with the LoRa technology. It's looking for the vehicle super quick, and then when it finds it, it either remote starts it or it tells you it can't be remote started if it's standard transmission. The difference between the Evo All, Evo 1. Evo All is your remote starter brain that, obviously if you've got a Honda Civic, the guy wants to do a remote starter, put an Evo All in it. He doesn't care about anything else. He just wants the door locks and remote start it. Evo 1 is expandability. Obviously, I talked about the alarm functions on it. It also not only does the alarm function on it, it does, holy crap.
Telematics?
I lost. They both do telematics. I lost my train of thought. Oh, standard transmission.
Ah.
So for vehicles that come in that are manual transmission, 6-speed, 5-speed, whatever, 3 under tree, doesn't matter. You want to do a standard transmission safe remote starter. The Evo 1 has procedures in place in the remote starter to work with the standard transmission safe. So you have to, you can set it up different ways to do standard transmission. The most common way is obviously you're in a parking spot, your foot's on a brake, you got the shifter, you put it in neutral, you shake it a couple of times, pull the e-brake up, let go of the brake, you press the brake again, and then you hit the button on the remote, and that'll get it into reservation mode. Now the car will shut off, and you're able to start the car, a couple times before the door opens. Once the door opens, you can't start the car. Takes it out of reservation mode. So Fortin has those safety procedures on the Evo
Right, so
1.
you literally can't start the car and have the car be in gear.
Yeah,
It's impossible, right? Because you're turning it off while the car is in neutral.
Correct. Think about a drop top, convertible.
Right.
That's a perfect example of what you would use something like this for. With the shock sensor and all that stuff, making it into alarm, it gives you added safety features. Guys, if you're looking to expand your horizon this season and really, really want to learn about the products that are, available to you, make sure you give Fortin a try, because Fortin will, I promise you, will not disappoint you. Will not. Their T harnesses are like I was trying to pull out, but it's sealed bag. But their T harnesses are all OEM made. They use the OEM connectors. They test the tape, all of it. They make sure they label all the connectors so that way you know what revision it's on, when it was made, etc. So Fortin does the homework for you. So if you want some of the best remote starters in the industry, give Fortin a try. And I want to give a shout out to JP also.
JP's great.
JP's awesome. If you ever have an issue with Fortin, JP will be in the front lines to really help you out and really help you understand the products. If you've ever been on tech support with Fortin, you know that you can be blue in the face. They will talk to you for an hour straight to get it resolved and make sure that that vehicle is on its way with a happy customer. There's a reason why Fortin is one of the leaders in the industry for remote starters. Give them a try.
Yeah, so folks, make sure you've registered for Mobile Expo 2024. Make sure that you get into JP's class, because JP is going to be giving a class on Fortin and selling Fortin in the retail environment today. So he'll give a great master class on that. This is a brand that if you haven't gotten in on it, it's the remote starts world's best kept secret, because these guys make bulletproof products. They look fantastic, and this is not something that you find at every single store. It's not at 7-Eleven stores. You don't find them at Walmart. You don't find them in any of these mass retail. This is for the specialists like you guys, 12-volt specialists.
And usually, a lot of expediters use Fortin. They really do, because they know out of the box it's bulletproof. Out of the box it's gonna work. And it's not gonna have the mass name out there that anybody can find online. This is stuff that is really catered to you guys, to the viewers, to the retailers, to the expediters. So
well, sure, expeditors were definitely going to want to get in on Fortin, because as we mentioned earlier, Fortin routinely is the first to market with a new firmware. Mm-hmm. So for an expediter, that's crucial, right? Because they're working on cars just as quickly as they're coming off the line, and if they can't wait 6 months, 18 months for a firmware to be discovered, they need a firmware as soon as possible. And Fortin is the company you want to be with.
So let me throw this, now that you're saying first for firmware out there. So I've got a phone call recently on a 2024 Ford Bronco, regular Bronco. Normally those Broncos are all push button starts. This one happened to be key.
A key start.
Nobody but Fortin had a solution for it. So Fortin was the first out in the market. They had a T-harness solution, and they also have a solution to put a remote starter in a key start Ford Bronco, which is huge, because if Fortin's already doing it, that means that they've already broke the key. They've already tested it. They were the first out in the market with it. They have T-harness solutions to make your installation super, super easy. You can't go wrong with that. I am not so much happy with push button starts, seeing that there's so many repeaters now that they're cloning keys and actually stealing cars with push button starts. We need to go back to the old key fob days. I don't care about pushing a button to start the car. I just insert a key and turn it.
In the fender?
It doesn't matter where. In the light bulb, in the headlight. But
remember the old days, the keys in the fender?
Yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember that.
You also remember the hand cranker in front of the vehicle to turn it on.
Right. We'd just bring it right to the trough and put the horse on there so it won't go away.
But regardless, the whole point is that they have a lot of these keys that are being able to be cloned, and you can with Fortin, they figured out how to add regular keys into their mix. But with that being said, guys, check out Fortin. They will be the first out to market with it.
So I think we've kind of taken up a ton of time. Guys, expo.gofst.com. As you guys know, we like to give away a prize for early registration. So we have a bunch of guys that have registered already. We have already had 2 winners. We had a $100 winner. We had the $75 winner. This week, we're going to find out who the $50 winner is. Johnny, check out the music I put on this.
Oh, God. Here we go.
That's a lot of names on there.
That is. What do you put, lowrider? What is with you and this like techno style music? I don't understand. Oh my God, Bobby. Uh-oh, who's it gonna land on?
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
That's a lot of names on there. So congratulations to Angel from High Quality Auto Sound. You won the $50 gift card. As you can see, guys, this wheel is spinning, so it's randomizing all the numbers. On top of that, we randomize all the names on there, so it's not in alphabetical order. As it gets, lands on you, it is turning the wheel, so it's constantly, rotating names. So this is as fair as it goes. So guys, congratulations to Angel.
Hey, congratulations to Angel. When you get to the Mobile Expo, just identify yourself at the registration area. We'll have the $50 gift card waiting there for you.
And then next week is going to be a $25 gift card.
One more week for early registration, guys. If you haven't registered, get on it now. Get on it. Make sure that you've got your classes reserved. There's a bunch of great trainings that are going to be going on, including the Sandler Peak Sales Performance. But Fortin's going to have one. First Tech's going to have one. Vox is going to have one. All of your audio companies are going to have a training. So make sure if you've got a couple of guys, split it up so that you guys get all that knowledge, bring it back to your shop, and turn it into money.
Yeah, knowledge is power once again. And make sure that if you have not registered, go to expo.gofst.com. You literally have 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys. September 15th, Sturbridge Host Conference Center in Sturbridge, Mass.
2 weeks, man. We're going to have to go on a diet.
Ain't nothing to help me out.
All right, guys. That's awesome. See you guys next week.
Adios.